What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going to do some maneuvering with my twin-engine boat in and out of my slip during windy conditions. I have a wind coming into my slip at about 8 knots, gusting up to 25. So let's see how that will impact my maneuvering. So let's get going, and please subscribe also, guys, to help me grow this channel. That would be very appreciated. Alright, let's get going. Alright, guys, what I usually do in these type of situations with some pretty tight turns and corners, and the wind also is only use my throttles. I don't touch my steering wheel and the rudders, so I only use my throttles to maneuver the boat, and I can rotate it. Because I have a twin-engine boat, I can rotate easy and get into tight quarters, and that's also why I choose to back into my slip, because that gives me a little bit more control. It's also easier access, of course. Right, so right now I'm coming into my slip. My slip will be on the port side of the boat, the right side of the screen. And when I'm about when I have my slip on around midships, I put both engines in idle, and then I put back on my port engine and give a little thrust forward with the port engine, and the starboard engine is in reverse to line up. So what I usually do is have the port or the starboard engine in this case in reverse, and then I control the boat with the port engine, giving it the push forward or in reverse to be able to line up with the slip. And once I have the slip nicely, or boat nicely centered with the slip, I just push the boat in quite rapidly. To avoid that the wind will get the bow and start turning the boat. And when I am backed in, I give a little push forward. And depending if the boat is coming to us on one side or the other, I give some more push with one engine to counteract that motion. Alright, let's do another one, push out from the slip. Right, so now I'm pushing out from my slip again, making sure there's no traffic coming. Pushing out. This time I'm going to go the other way around. I have my port engine in reverse and start turning around. I have the bow against the wind more or less right now, and maneuvering around. So I'm going to go to the right hand of the screen and come into my slip from the other side. So I have my slip around midships and start with the port engine in reverse. You can see a gust of wind coming through the water there. I start pushing the boat. And I'm aiming for my neighbor's boat, more or less, or keeping the center line of the boat on the upward side of my slip, and the wind will slightly carry me downwind. So I try to keep my boat upwind to get my stern in between the slip. And here I'm just correcting the angle a little bit, pushing my boat upwind, and then I can go ahead and back into the slip and give it a little push forward to stop. And pushing out again, checking for traffic. And doing the same, putting my port engine in reverse, pushing with my starboard engine, putting my starboard engine in reverse, pushing with my port engine, And I'm gonna back up, backing up with both engines. Wind is coming from the upper right corner of the screen. With a little push. So I'm going into slip one more time. Now rotating the boat, starboard engine on forward and port engine in reverse. Turning my boat with the bow against the wind. And once again aiming a little bit upwind of my slip. Center line of my boat is more or less on the upwind side of my slip. And then I can just try to keep the boat as centered as possible and let the wind carry the boat down. And then at the right moment I am back in my boat. And then I just push it in at the right time to get some stability in the boat, and the bow won't be catched by the wind and start drifting down. And a slight push just to stop the motion. Right, we're back at the slip, push out. Checking that my stern drives are in the center position, as that will be more intuitive when you start working with the throttles. I also have a rudder angle indicator to just assure that the stern drives are in the position I want to, because when you're driving in windy conditions you ought to always counteract the pushing wind with some rudder input. But the more centered the stern drives are during these maneuvers, the more accurate the motions will be. Leaving the harbor, now I start doing rudder inputs. A lot quicker in the speeds. And I'm turning around, putting my starboard engine in reverse and pushing with the port engine, moving upwind to have that extra margins. And giving a push with both engines right now. So started a little bit with the starboard engine to counteract that turning motion, and I engaged the port engine to get balanced and symmetrical power distribution. Now I'm cruising in again. Turning around to come from downwind into my slip instead of being upwind. Giving it a push, and now I will start rotating the boat to get my stern towards my slip. And now I am downwind. I'm going to stop around here and start aiming at my neighbor's boat, and you can see the wind is pushing me downwind here. So I need to pick my stern up and bring that upwind a little bit more to be able to get into my slip without touching other boats. Right now I'm counteracting the wind and also spinning my bow upwind to get momentum to push against the wind. So once again, center line of the boat, more or less on the upwind part of my slip, pushing my bow against the wind, and the wind starts to push me down. Then I just fine adjustments with the engines, put me in the center, and then I just pull back on my controls and push the boat in. Little bounce there, but counteract that with some throttle inputs, coming for the last time, and a little push to stop the boat, and I'm good to go out and take my lines. Alright guys, that is it for this episode. It was super fun doing this. Hope it was entertaining and helpful for you as well. So please subscribe to this channel, hit that notification so you don't miss out on any future content, and I'll see you in the next one.